A little, sometimes not. This is pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
And Lisa Brady's joining us with an item in Sizzling Summer that I think you're going to like to keep you cool.
Yeah.
These are called ice sheets, not
Chillz.
ice cubes.
No.
They're ice chills, right?
Yep.
They're called the Chillz. They are 20 reusable, use them again and again and again, ice sheets. So you can configure these.
Yeah,
You can cut them into size.
Yep.
5,000 ordered this month, and that just started this week for 3 easy payments of $9.99. So 20 of these, and the choices are going to be here. You can get them in the aqua right up front, the red, the pool, which is a light blue, the tropical, the stars, and the floral. The floral, the stars, the tropical, the pool, the red, and the aqua. What are the sizes we have here, Lise?
So you have 10 small, 5 medium, and 5 large.
10, 5, and 5.
So 20 total.
They're called ice wraps, Chillz ice wraps.
Chillz ice wraps,
Let's put this to work.
Yeah, okay, so here's what you're gonna get, right? You're gonna get the 3 different sizes, okay? So here's the large, right? There's the large, there's the medium, and then here's the small, 10, 5, and 5. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna get it home, and you can see it's literally paper thin. It's as thin as a piece of paper.
Easy to store.
Easy to store, so it doesn't take up a lot of room. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put this in water, and as soon as you put it in water, this side is gonna absorb the water and puff up. So then what it's gonna do is it's gonna look like this.
It plumps up.
So yeah, so you can see how puffy it is, right? And that's gonna happen in, minutes, literally.
It's frozen now.
Yeah, so then what you're gonna do is pat it dry and put it in your freezer, and then it's gonna freeze rock hard. However, because we've got all those individual cells, you can wrap it around things and cut it to size to fit anything that you wanna use. What I'd love to do is show you the coolers, because right now with this weather, 80, 90 degrees coming up here, what we wanna do is we wanna keep cold. So here's what we have here. What a lot of people do is they buy these big, huge blocks, right? But what happens is this is only going to keep cold whatever it's next to, and you can only use so many, and not only that, they add so much weight. The second thing people do is they buy ice, and you have to buy that over and over and over. But here's what happens. Ice melts, and then guess what? You're left with a wet, drippy, soggy mess. That is no good. And not only that, this sandwich now is all contaminated in that water, so anything else, like my sushi, is gonna be bad.
Here comes the solution.
This is the perfect solution. So this is the Chillz ice wrap, right? So you're gonna put that not only to wrap around all your different
ice cold,
foods,
I'll tell you that.
right?
Yeah.
But also line your coolers with it, so it's almost like having a little mini freezer.
Does it stay cold as long as ice would stay cold?
Well, here's
or
the
as long
thing.
as these packs stay cold?
It's going to depend on where you're using it. If I leave it in here like this and I close this up and I'm at the beach, it's going to stay colder longer. If I leave it open, it's going to start to thaw, because it will thaw. You know, they will thaw, and then what you do is you get them home, you put them back in your freezer.
And use them again.
I pat it dry, put it back in my freezer, and I use it again.
Where are you getting 20 of these? That's a lot of them.
Yeah.
So you can have a lot of different uses here,
Yeah,
right?
so that's the thing is, whether you're tailgating, whether you're going on a road trip and you want to do, bring some food with you, so you're not
I could
going
see a million is you're taking your lunch to work.
Yeah, taking your lunch. So here's what I did is I can cut it to size, right, to wrap around my sodas. Now, once I've done that, I can just put it right in my lunchbox. Here I did one that I cut. Now this is a funny size, right? But what I did is I did that intentionally so that I can wrap it all the way around my yogurt. Even got like a little lid there, right? And you can do one on the bottom too, but I always put a Chillz ice sheet on the bottom of my cooler, so I don't need to do that. Then if you want to wrap it around your sandwiches. So here's an egg salad sandwich, right? Wrap it around there and keep everything
Might have
nice
mayonnaise
and
in it.
cold.
I want to make sure that stays nice and cold.
Yeah, for sure. Now, if you were to put that block in there, you better take something out, because it's not going to all fit in there, right? Because there's just no room with the big blocks, right?
You're getting 20 of these in a variety of colors, 20 coming your way. So here it is, little footage of the soggy sandwich.
Right, and that's what happens when you use ice, because it melts. That's not a good solution. This is one of the picnic baskets. It's by Picnic Time. It's a cooler, so load it up, put everything in there, put your Chillz ice sheets in there, and it's going to stay colder longer. Here's the Chillz carrier, which is also available on QVC.com, as well as all these Picnic Time items. But how about at the grocery store? Use it in your grocery tote to keep everything nice and cold, so that if you have to run that extra errand when you get home, your fish, your milk, your ice cream is still going to stay frozen.
I'm thinking about a day in Disney.
Oh,
In your day pack at
absolutely.
Disney, right?
Because
What a
we
cute
always
stuff.
bring our own water because it's expensive. Two words, like the not just ice cream from the store, but when you go get ice cream that's hand scooped.
Yeah.
And like you wait in line and then you're bringing it home to everybody. But I'm going to just leave you with one word: wine. This is the best.
Yes.
gift.
Yes.
You're giving a Pinot Grigio, a Sancerre, you know, a
Keep
little.
it cool.
Kim
Yeah.
Keep it cool when it
And
gets
that's-
there.
That's the
gift
thing.
it with the wine bottle because then
Yep.
they'll reuse it over and over and over.
And you can do that, like a lot of BYOBs,
Yes.
right? Okay, so
That's
here's
where
how
you
it
save
would
money.
fit, right? It would fit
Sure.
perfectly to keep it nice and cold, and you can
Great.
put it in one of the carriers or just put it in a bag, whatever you need to do.
In Aqua, if you want to get it, you're getting 20 of these. Here it is in the red. They all do the same thing. They're all reusable. The pool color, which is a light blue. Tropical, has the tropical flowers on it. There's the stars in the red, white, and blue. And up there is the purple. That's called the floral if you're ordering on QVC.com. This is called the floral. We got a minute and a half.
Yeah. All right. So here I have it in my Chillz ice carrier. So what I did here is I put one of them
Oh, that's a
on
great
the
idea.
bottom.
Yeah.
Right. I put it on the bottom, and then I put my shrimp in here, and I'm not worried about my shrimp going bad, no matter where I'm bringing it.
And you still got room for one on the
Then
top.
I put one on top. And then I lock it up, zip it up, and now I can go and take it with me, and everything's going to stay cold. I don't have to worry about it thawing, or, you know, you don't want to take, especially mayonnaise stuff, you don't want it to go bad. You don't want it to spoil.
So
because especially the
customizable.
heat.
You
Yeah.
can wrap it around.
Yep.
You can cut it up. So you're getting 20, but if you cut these up, you get 50 if you want to.
Well,
Depending
yeah,
on how you
yeah.
cut it, right?
Well, each one has, a lot of cells on it. So you could slice it, you can dice it, you can do whatever you want so that it fits around anything and
So
everything.
you don't have
that
to
you're
wet
doing.
it first or anything. You just put it in the freezer.
No, you have to hydrate it in water. So you take it home, right? You get it home like this. Put it in the sink, or I usually put it in the sink and I turn the tap on and I run water.
You do
And
what?
you're gonna see it expand, okay? Then I take it out, I pat it dry, and I put them in the freezer, and I lay them all either pattern down or pattern up so that they're all facing the same way. Put them in the freezer, and if you were to put this in 2 hours, this would be frozen.
Got it.
Frozen, and so that it's gonna be nice and
It's ice frozen.
it's frozen,
Yeah.
but yet it doesn't seem like it because it's so flexible, but that's the beauty of the Chillz, so that you can customize it
'Cause then
to
there's-
fit around everything.
'cause
and
they're all in
keep
the
it
small
cold.
squares.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay, 310-584, Sizzling Summer. It's our second hour. Welcome to prime time. We've got a lot going on. So the giveaway is now posted. So here's what's going on. Yeah, we're giving stuff away. Jane, we give stuff away in the